Hello, welcome to SoLoDELVE Elite. Tonight I've been completely reconfiguring all of the controls. Over here I've put a whole bunch of stuff that is most frequently used. I now have treasure card, equipment deck, and this will make it easier for me to get to without switching to more doors, which you can see down here in the bottom right hand corner. This more doors has also been modified. If you've been watching the stream, you'll remember that these were single corridors and this was a 6x5, the classic Heroquest dungeon style room. But now that I have double corridors, I've had to change Mordor in order to reflect that, because some of the changes I've made now include multiple corridor-sized traps, including chasms, portcullises, and a variety of other stuff, which I won't go into, but I will probably come across as I do a playtest tonight. Here you can see that I've made little pockets to make it easier to find these little pins, and I've just put them in there. You now have a 6x6 unique room roller, and in general I'm starting to figure out the best and optimal way to organize these things on a single screen. I usually use a double, but because I'm streaming I have to sort of pinch it up for space. But after playing through a few times, I've worked out a few tips and tricks. One is this combat dice thing, which down here I used to have all of the different roles for the hotkeys, but every time I'd scroll down too far, the taskbar would pop up, and then I would have to come back up and then go back down, and it was very irritating. So I have this combat die group, which basically gives me access to the most commonly rolled dice groups that I use. And because I am continuing on from a larger campaign with the original Heroquest board, where I maxed out my characters, some of them now require upwards of 8 dice per turn. Some of the other changes I've included include different monsters, and they're not just there for appearances, they have specific reasons for being there. So for example, as you get better and better at the tactical side of Heroquest, it becomes quite prosaic to roll up to the door with your strongest character, block it off, and stop any other monsters from being able to attack your team, which is part of the tactics. But these 3 new monsters, one of them can attack on diagonals, one of them can spit long range, similar to a crossbow, and the other one, which I think is quite unique, can burrow under these white walls and come up the other side of the adventurers. So if you open a door and you spring a burrower, and then you decide to block the door, the burrower can tunnel under, and so they're probably one of the more dangerous of the new monsters. I haven't tested any of these. I have no idea what the impact on my standard tactics is going to be, but I'm excited to find out. I have added some new items as well, which you'll see as I use them, including keys, because some things are now locked, including doors, chests, portcullises, and they'll require a key to get past them, or for the players to find a lever, which is a separate piece of furniture randomly dotted around in different sets of rooms. I also have rope to get over the chasms. I wanted to include the chasms because they're fantastic environmental piece, but if you're going to include something like that, you need a way for the players to circumvent it. Otherwise it just becomes impossible. I have a whole bunch of new armor and artifact which basically builds on the existing Heroquest set, except it adds 1-2 extra dice to account for the fact that my characters are now pretty maxed out. There's a whole lot of new encounters. I think I have 150. I have giant spiders, giant rats, oozes, all kinds of different things, but not too many because I don't want to turn this into Dungeons and Dragons. Hey Dragon Drop TV, how are you doing? I like Dungeons and Dragons, but I switched to this game because I really just like the chance, and I like the combat heavy style of it. I like that it doesn't have a lot of role play, if any, and you can just get around to exploring and fighting, which are probably my two favorite parts of dungeon crawlers. Let's see, what else? So yeah, if you can see here, I have a trapdoor system now, which will enable you to essentially teleport from one room to another. So hopefully that will come up and we'll be able to see if that works. We have portcullises, which, if I just demonstrate here, can block a passage. You can see this one is unlocked, so the players can go through it at will, but there's also locked versions which will require a key or a lever, but they also can play a tactical role. For instance, some of the creatures in SoLoDELVE Elite are very, very strong, and if I come across 5 ogres, which I may very well, probably going to need to run and hide and slam the door behind me. Additionally, I have one other nasty, which is the troll. And the troll is unusual because it can regenerate, and it regenerates 1 body per round at the start of its turn, and probably a room full of these will become a nightmare very quickly for me. So I guess I'll find out. I also have some wargs from Lord of the Rings. These are wolves that can do 2 attacks. Nothing else in Heroquest, the original game, can do 2 attacks. It can either pile them on to the one player and attack with 4, or it can attack with 2 and bite 2 separate players. So in every way, this game expansion is designed to test me and give me a very hard time to see what I'm made of, and generally just have a lot of fun because I've gotten very used to the original Heroquest. Okay, well, I think that more or less covers the new changes, so without further ado, I'm going to start a new game. And I think I will add some rain. Not too heavy, just a steady downpour. and some sound effects. Actually find it very relaxing to play this dungeon crawler game and listen to rain. Test our dice. Very good. Alright. Let's begin. Okay, I don't have a grid, that's why it's doing that. It's making the tokens very small when I put them on. Just going to change that. There's 150 pixels. That looks about right. Okay, let's try that. A lot of doors tonight. Oh, and interestingly enough, I centered these door tokens, so now I don't have that big token space that comes out right over the square, so it's much less likely that I'm going to end up token stacking and picking up the wrong thing. Good little trick. Okay. Whoops. Let's Try that again. Okay, Barbarian's going to search for traps. No traps in this room. Interesting, I can already see a issue with this bar, and that is having to zoom out and zoom back in, whereas it was actually better attached to this. So we'll see how we go. I think I'll have to change that. Okay, so there's no traps. There's very likely to be no secret doors. Movement. That's a good roll right out of the gate. Now, do I want to go into the room or out into the corridor? Oh. Forgotten to put the pins on the map here. Just do that very quickly. This is one of the great things about Fantasy Grounds, is you can make all sorts of things and then put these little pins on them on the visual map, which is how I came up with the idea of making these visual interfaces, because in general Fantasy Grounds wasn't really intended for that. It was a very text heavy type of program where everything was just scrolls of text and tables. But I was speaking with a guy named Aaron Marks from Fantasy Grounds Academy when I first started using it, after he encouraged me to have a look, and together we worked out that you could put these pins on, and eventually it dawned on me that if you could do that, you could build a visual interface. And so I made all these map packs that have like a selection panel where you can visually select the map you want by eye, rather than scrolling through all of those texts trying to figure out what the name is, or you can type in the text, but it's just very dry and lackluster way to do things. And now whenever I build something in this program, I usually build some sort of interface to go along with it. Just makes life easier, especially as a DM. Not a DM in this case, I am my own DM, but as a DM, it does make it much easier and much quicker. Alright, apologize for that. That's a good roll. I don't think I'm going to waste it. I think I'm going to go out here. Okay. Let me see. As you can see, there's quite a lot of new information. Quick rundown. We have a stone block outer corridor, which is always this one on the edge. And then we have inner corridor, which is always the internal passage there. So there's no stone blocks. Now we check if there are chasms. Okay, there's a chasm to the east. Okay, so because we can't go to the east, we just ignore it. Chasms are 8 by 8, so I'm not going to fit it in there, so just treat it as if it doesn't exist. Okay, so 22 squares in front of me. That's 28, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a pit there. On the outside. Okay, so these are visible. Oh, and there's a portcullis. It's open. 2 squares in front of me. For the purposes in front of me, I generally know which way I intended to go and take that as my direction. So in front of me could mean this way, but not in this case. Okay, now we do the doors. So the first room has a locked metal door. And it's on the left. Let's put it here in front of the pit, make things interesting. It's already looking pretty interesting. So on the right there's a wooden door. The reason I've put wood and metal is I want to add a mechanic at some point where there's a possibility to break wooden doors, but you won't be able to break metal doors. But I've already added a lot of new complicated features, so I thought I'd just leave that for now. We just ignore the 6th room, that's where we came out of, and there's a goblin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, well that's an interesting question. Do we want to put the goblin on the pit? No, I don't think so. Just ignore that. Okay, interesting. Let's have a look around the corner. Okay, let's see, no stone blocks. Inner corridor, 6 squares in front of me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There. There are wide chasms to the north and the south that have destroyed this section of the passage. Okay. So chasm. Okay, so when it says north and south, it means it's somehow you have to put two chasms in. So we've got one there. It's actually a little bit tricky because it can't determine if you've come out of this T-junction and are looking left and right, or if you're looking up one of these major corridors. So at some point I'm going to have to refine that. Well, we don't need to pit stone anymore. Alright. It's one of the great things about this whole setup. I have no idea what's going to happen each time I play. It's great. Is that 8? Yeah. Okay. Not so much for that extra door. And because this is a double chasm, I can't get across it with a rope. Although I may have a spell. Anyway, let's see what else there is. I can't actually put any pits in front of me. There's no portcullises. Oh, where is that? Hang on a second. Okay, should stop doing that. There's a giant spider 9 squares in front of me. I don't think so. Okay. Okay, well. There's a 12, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we'll open this one. And tile in. It's this one. Oops. I love how when you put a tile down, the rain stops going onto it, so it looks indoors. It's really cool. North wall has a door. It says center, but I'm going to allow that. South, no. West, no. No encounter. No trapdoor. Oh. So the rule is if you can't get into the room, you rotate it. In which case that center door is legitimate. Okay, well, I already Search for traps, so I can't do much. I'll just in my town name. Yeah, so the wizard is going to try some new spells tonight. We have the Aegis, Psych, and Tempest set. So when I start getting into combat, you might see some of these come out. For now, seven. Well, actually, let me have a look here. Can I get across this chasm? Let's see. Okay, so I can't levitate myself. No. No. Something there. Blinding light, no. Shield, okay. This one blocks the door, okay. Alright, not much I can do. I have to go round. That's fine. I think it's my movement roller. Yeah, that's it. So I do need that. So because I can't know ahead of time if there's traps or not, given that I am the DM too, and have to lay everything out, I've built in a system where if you don't search for traps before you move, there's a chance that you might trigger one. So if you do search for traps, you just use normal dice, and if you don't, you use this one. Seems to work okay. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'll search for secret doors along here. No secret doors to be found. To let down. 3. Move here and search the room for traps. No traps. That's good. Oh, that's right. I forgot. You can go over to these little characters and double left click and it will center you back on them. You just zoom in instead of having to hold the mouse down and move over. You can also use these gold things with the arrows to move things around, but I usually just hold the mouse in, the mouse wheel. Okay, the elf. 6, 1, 2, 3. So one of the other interesting things about having maxed out characters is that traditionally weak characters are no longer weak. I think my wizard has a defense of 5. My dwarf has a defense of 9. So that these characters are pretty chunky, which necessitated making a whole bunch of new traps, obstacles, environmental ways to test the characters, including new monsters. Okay, so we're gonna search for treasure. We'll go over here to our treasure deck. All right, Iron key. So now I've got 2 of those, which is great. So I will come across locked doors, chests, trapdoors, and if I don't have an iron key, I'm not going to be able to get into them. So the way I have it now, it's entirely possible that given that it's random, not every area of the dungeon will be accessible to me. Okay. Let's see what's in this room. You see those doors are opening up much easier now. Instead of grabbing all over here where the door was, now I just grab in the center. Very easy to move. Starting to nail it down, people. Alright, let's see. 3x4. W. Love how it just pops in like that. Yes, okay, there is a trapdoor here to the south. This trapdoor passage leads to room 2. This trapdoor is locked and requires a key. Okay, so that's great. Now we get to see how the trapdoor system works, which I've put in. Alright, so first we go find our trapdoor. We need a locked one. So, south near. Near means closer to my character. If there's 2 kinds of south, like in this room, that's south and that's also south. This would be the near one, this would be the far one. It's just the quickest way to distinguish where to put the tile. Okay, so we've got a trapdoor there. Make it a bit bigger. It's locked. And it goes to room 2, so how do we mark that? Well, we have this cool function over here which I've been playing with, called notes. Oops. And I just put a little pin next to it. Why isn't the pin appearing? Best laid plans. Yeah, that works. Okay, maybe make it smaller. Well, oh, I see. It's going underneath the. It's going underneath the mat. I bet if I lift this up, there'll be a whole bunch of pins under there. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, that's alright. I'll do it a different way. Just put this here, outside the door. Okay. So now, we have a little reminder of where this goes to. And if we want to know where room 2 is, we just look on our more doors here, and we can see that that's that one. So, what I'm going to do, let's go over to room 2 and drop down a trapdoor. We'll just put it here in the corner for now so we know what this room looks like. Okay, and then that's room 20. So we'll put a little pin here. This is to room 20. And that's it. Now I know. Don't know if it's designed for that, but got a limited amount of things she can work with. You've got to come up with these kind of ideas. So, alright, so open that. East wall has a door. It's not locked. South wall, wooden door. I think we already put one there. West wall, that's where we came through. Sorry, no, wait, east wall. That's where we came through, ignore that. South wall, we've already got. West wall. So wooden door. Metal will do. No encounter in here. Okay, so the barbarian has an iron key. So we'll use that. Move that one. And now I can use it. Pretty cool, huh? And why not? Let's see. And doing this could be an absolutely critical mistake. I have no idea what's in these rooms. They're not level based. I could get overwhelmed. It's part of the fun, I guess. Alright, 3x4. No trapdoor. Oh, we just ignore that fact. Okay. And back on there. East wall has a door. Back to our furniture. Oops. Okay. South wall has a door. It's locked and wooden. West wall also has a door. At the bottom, no encounter. Okay. Let's search that room for secret doors. We found a secret door in the wall, west, far. Well, I'll put it in, but oops, kind of redundant since I have a door, an unlocked one. All right. So it goes. Alright, what was it? Let's see. So we also have wandering monsters in the corridors. So the wizard doesn't want to go too far on his own. He'll get smashed. 3. Well, he's not going to go too far on 3, is he? Put him back there. Let's just search for treasure with the dwarf. Oh, I found an iron key. I didn't turn that off. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Wandering monster. Goblin. I just have to check if I added the other monsters to this. No, I didn't. Question is, should I? I think I will. 3 new entries. Burrower, the Reacher, and the Spitter. They're such original names, aren't they? Okay, I'll just save that. Oh, Goblin. Alright, well, that's not going to give us too much trouble. Down here. Nothing in there. Make him invisible. And I think he attacks with 2. And he missed. Alright, I'm going to use my crossbow. And I missed. That's not ideal. Damn. 2 skulls with 9 defense. It's almost ridiculous, isn't it? So what I do now is I roll in 3s, because I might not need to roll all 9, as cool as it looks, which I'll show you once. There's 1 white shield, 2 white shields. So obviously I don't need to roll all of these. If I get as many as I need on the first few, then just roll them 3 at a time. Anyway. Let's see. Barbarian's out on his own. Wow, well, let's see what's in here. Oh no. I can see straight away that that's one of the high encounters that I added recently, so this should be interesting. The monsters I've added are all theoretical. I don't actually know what it's like to fight against them. Hang on. 3x4, 2. Okay. Trapdoor. South. There's a metal door. West wall. There's a wooden door. I'll just use metal, that's fine. Whoops. Don't want to be too fussy about which doors I use at the moment. A door is a door, unless it's locked, really. Okay, encounter 132. Oh, I'm gonna get it handed to me. I don't even think there's enough room for all these monsters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, there is. Wow. Okay. This is how this works. Basically, I have to work out which one's closest to me, so that's square 8. would say the spider is closest to me. So I'm going to put... Not actually on me, but there's nowhere else for them to go, so... Boy, was this the wrong room to open. Oh my god. Alright mate, well you better start swinging. Actually, what have I got here? Got a potion of healing. Oh, I have nothing. See here, I have a great helm, just like a standard helm, just instead of one extra dice it gives me two, so helps account for my players' maxed outedness. Alright, nothing for it, I have to start swinging that battle axe, chop some of these down to size. 2 skulls. The spider has 2 defense. Okay, that's the first one down. Goodness for that. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. No. It happens occasionally. What you can do about it until they get another layer for you to put tokens and one for maps, but that doesn't seem to be a thing yet. Maybe I can find an extension for it. 5, 6. Alright, what can the wizard do? Let's have a look. Divine protection? No, they're not undead. Rewand? No. Shimmer gate. Oh, that could work. Shape change. Turn me into a werewolf. But then I can't use any armor, which I'm not sure if the wizard has armor. Oh, he has Archmage's robes. Yeah, so I think I'll just stand here and diagonally attack things. And this is actually my standard tactic and most people's common tactic for Heroquest they've been playing for any length of time, is to that was not good. Yeah, to put them back on. Yeah, as I was saying, it's to stand in the doorway like that, block it off, and with your strongest character, so none of the other creatures can get out and wreak havoc on the rest of your party. But what I've done is make creatures that can get out or attack diagonally, just like we do. I think I must be a bit sadomasochist. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, the dwarf is attacking. Yeah, I forgot about this goblin with all the action going on over there. Two skulls. We know he can't defend that because he only has one. And I'm going to the wrong back. Okay. Get rid of those for a minute. Can't really do the crossbow. Stand there and shoot. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we'll do that. Put him there. And I can shoot this way too. Can't do it at the moment, I don't think. No. That just leaves the elf. Who's gonna live dangerously and open this door, which really shouldn't. Let's see what happens. So this East Junction. Okay, no stone blocks in the upper corridor. Double stone block, 5 squares in front of me, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so here. Still have to make a double stone one. Let's do that. Portcullis, 5 squares in front of me. Ignore if it's unavailable. So we can put the door there. Second room also has a door. It takes a little while to set up, but I think it's faster than advanced Heroquest. And it's actually quite a lot of fun seeing it all unfold. Fourth room has a door on the right. Fifth room, which is what we come out of, no. Wandering monsters. Wow, a lot of ways to go. Search for traps in a double corridor. Spear trap 7 squares in the front. No, okay, so we can't do that. That would be out here, which we can't see. I guess the elf should head back, so don't split the party, isn't that what they say? That's very true for Heroquest. So I think I can turn this spider actually. Right, leave it alone. Don't spin the room again. Attack 3. So I also have a web utility for the spiders, which I'm working on implementing. I haven't quite got there yet. I'm thinking perhaps at the start of the spider's turn, it rolls one of these. If it rolls a 6, it entraps the player it's fighting with its web, and then they're kind of stunned, but I haven't worked out how that's going to work yet. Well, let's try. We'll put it in. So at the start of their turn, they'll roll 1d6. If they get a 6, my character will be trapped and have to free themselves by pretty much doing the same thing. Oh, I remember now, it was roll 1 combat dice, and any shield means they get free, any skull means they remain trapped. But the spiders won't hassle anyone that's trapped. But it could mean that the barbarian might be there for a while trying to roll to get out, and I think that's possibly why I didn't do it. But in open corridors and areas, it would be an interesting tactic. Completely misses me. Wasn't expecting that. Oh, he can't move. Or she. Spiders can be females too. I think I'm going to take that. Where is it? Do that there. Oh, that one off. Yep. Okay, skeleton right there. Stay there. Zombie's kind of pinned up against the wall, can't do much. Let's see. Attack 4. Defense 2. Okay, another spider. Slaughtered. Baron's just gonna wait there. Wizard can't do much. Of strength, and save that for a worse enemy. Can't do anything on the diagonal, so let's get the elf back. 7. Oh, okay, I have to wait. Spider will attack the barbarian, so I'm just going to see if he webs him. Nope. That's right, I did work out a system over here. So put the 4 there. Oh, oops. And the 3 there. And the 2 there. And then I would have to keep hunting for them, because when you select one, they overlap like that. It's great, but also irritating at the same time. But I haven't found a workaround. I might also be able to lower them like that. Move that up a little bit. So now, yeah, okay. see what I did there. I put pins here, but I didn't need to because those pins are supposed to be on there. There's so much going on. It's easy to get sidetracked and then forget what you were originally trying to do. Do the wrong thing. Alright. Spider attacks for 2. Barbarian has 7 defense, so let's roll 4. No, defended 1, and his other 3. Oh, take some damage. Okay, let's skip through these because they can't do a thing. This is also partly why I wanted a monster that can get outside of the room, so it's not always just going to be a conveyor belt. You get a couple of, and also, let's say I have a troll here. Like so. Trolls regenerate 1 body point per round. So, if I take too long to get through this conveyor belt, this troll over here might be enormously strong by the time I get to it. Which will be fun, won't it? Barbarian attacks the spider. I think there always has to be an element of danger in dungeon crawlers. Otherwise it get too tedious. 1 skull, that's not very good. Oh, but it's enough. Barbarian's going to stay where he is. The wizard is going to stay. Dwarf should probably move off there. And the elf, I'm not even going to bother rolling for. I'll just move them. They also have a crossbow. Okay, spider. Let's do the web. No web. Do his attack. Two skulls. Defend 7. It's 1 defended. Two defended. That was lucky. Skeleton move up. Skeleton move up. Somebody stay where he is. Barbarians attack again. One. Could be enough. And it is. Still stay where I am. Or in general. Attacks for 2. 1 skull. Blocked. You finally get to move. There you go. Don't get used to it. Barbarian. Attack the skeleton. No. Skeleton cannot defend against 3 skulls. Explodes in a shower of bones. Still can't hit any with the diagonal weapons. One hit. Defended. Moving up in the world, zombie. It's probably not a good thing. Okay. Skeleton attempts to defend, and no. Attack 2. One skull. Blocked. My turn. Two. All of that shuffling, and it amounted to nothing, my friend. Okay. I believe that was all. Ah, there's a secret door. Okay. We'll put it there instead. Just kind of pointless, but I guess it was there, but there's a brick. I guess the monsters probably could have come through here too, so I would have had to fight on two fronts. But I didn't think about that until I put it back, so... Oh well. Let's see. Going to... move. Not going to move far. Search for traps, I guess. No traps in this room. Okay. Wizard's got pretty good defense, but he's not really the one that should be searching for things. Let's get the dwarf in there and have a good search around. A hazard. Ouch. Alright. Let's see if the elf has any better luck. Actually, yeah, no, we'll do that. A gem. Alright. Put that in there. Cross it off the deck. Don't have much money. So that's not bad. Okay, let's see, we're gonna open this door first, I think. 1, 2, 3. Four by 5, that could hold a lot of monsters. Well, it holds something. Tile V. V. Nice. No doors. Nowhere to run. Counter. 111. Okay. Let's see. We have an ogre here and a troll here. This is why it's so important to have this encounter placement. So where these end up is completely changes how you approach the room. Somehow often magically lines up where the monsters are just perfectly situated. And this is one such occasion. So I have a ogre and a troll to deal with. And this is where tactics become a thing. If I don't step into the room and risk getting attacked twice, I also run the risk of the troll getting too strong. Especially if the ogre steps into the doorway and holds me up. So, what am I going to do? I do have a spear. So I'm going to attack the troll diagonally. I think the troll has 2 body points, so this will be interesting. Oh, I got 1. Its defense is 3. Oh, I thought that was going to be a 6. Alright. I weakened it. It's not going to be enough though, so I need to go here. Change this to a 1. The wizard can stay right there. Dwarf can't do much unless he walks into the room. That could be suicide, given that the ogre has 5 attack. Oh, I don't think I had much choice. I'm gonna go here, shoot with my crossbow. Actually, I think if I move adjacent to... that puts me in combat. So I better hit the troll first, I think. A couple of decent hits there. Defense 3. Got him. It's hard to say which is the more dangerous, the ogre or the troll. I'm not sure yet. Okay. Of all the rolls you could have gotten, you had one job, Legolas. Alrighty then. The ogre attacks the dwarf. Two, it's not bad. Let's see how we go. One blocked. Two blocked. I think the barbarian can use his spear again. Oh. At least I hit him. Ah, he blocked it. Yeah, blocked it. Oh, and he has 3 body points. Okay, that's gonna make it tough, especially out there. I'm gonna move to here, and I can get him, and the elf can get him. Dwarf, attack 4. Three skulls, not bad. Could kill him. Let's see. Oh, I did. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. That's so not true in this game. Alright. Well, that was his turn, so I guess the elf. So there's a loophole in Heroquest where if you put your character in the corner here and there's no adjacent square because you have characters or objects blocking them in, and they search for treasure, a wandering monster can't actually attack them. So I've been exploiting that loophole for quite some time. But I think to get around it, I will have the wandering monster attack the nearest member that is blocking the dwarf. So it still becomes a hazard, and it's not an exploit. Potion of healing. Outstanding. Quite hard to get. Close that. As you redeemed yourself, Legolas. So I don't have a name for him. I don't have names for any of them. Barbarian's turn to have a search, have a rummage around, let's see. Wandering monster. Okay. A wog. So wogs are dangerous. Obviously, but because they can do 2 attacks, so if they want to attack 2 of your characters in the one turn, they can. But they also concentrate their attacks, so I'm going to roll 4. Ouch. Oh, that's not good. I better roll all of these. 1 white shield, 2. Oh, I took 2 damage. Savage. Not really sure the wizard can do much. Especially since he cannot see the wog. all the other characters. There's not much he can do, so we'll skip him. Hopefully the dwarf can run right around that bookcase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not quite, mate. Just had 2 more. Okay. The elf can fire a shot. These are sacks, not high. One skull. Oh, I missed. Okay. And you can see the situation is could get grim. Oh, especially if the warg keeps rolling like that. 4 skulls. Wow. Imagine a corridor with 6 of these. It would be important to be able to lock the portcullis in that case. Or they would still try to find a way around. Okay. I've got a potion of healing, so I will use that now. So, oh wait. What's my? That's 5. So I'll use that now before I die. Alright. Let's get back 3, which is best result for a potion of healing. So that's gone. Oh, I have 1. I have 2. That's great. Okay, we're good at defending against 4 skulls. One, 2, 3. Damn. This warg is giving me a hard time. One warg. Alright. Cut this wolfie. When you make threats, but it doesn't pan out. Let's see. 3 defense. Okay. Hit him for 2. Not just body pops. Yep, no, that's it. Whoa. That was pretty dicey. Alright. Enough of the jokes. Oh, that's right. He was searching for treasure and he got messed up, so let's just leave that. Let's see if there's any secret doors in here. Oh, you find a secret door in the wall east. Far east. So this is east, this is far east. Well, that's very handy considering this door is locked. That's amazing. The way this randomness works, it sometimes feels like some sort of design, intelligent design. There's no other way I was getting in that room. I just had a key. completely random. I love it. Okay, well, let's go see what's in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 by 5. No encounter, that's a relief. 4 by 5. Z. Okay, I'll have to move that up. That's enough. Let's see, north wall, yeah, east wall. Yeah, bottom, see? It's the only place that could have a door. Somehow it just works. Whoops. Not that one. And you can see the doors line up on the grid now, which is just outstanding. No encounter, nothing. Well, could be a shortcut if, you know, there's a chasm here or portcullis or something, so all of these doors become extra important. Go in here and I'm going to search for treasure, why not? Gold. This is like, yeah, it's very pitiful amounts of gold. Better than nothing. But some of the new items cost like 1,000 or more, so. What I've done is I've made treasure chests individually searchable. They can give you a lot of gold, or they can give you a massive headache if you don't search for traps first. Okay. Well, that's good. What did I roll? I think it was a 6. No, I can't remember. It's his end of the dwarf's turn anyway. Alright. The elf already searched in there. 6. Well, I want to open that door, but if I open it with the elf and then I move out the way, the wizard is extremely vulnerable. So I better go this way. And I will also search for treasure in here. Oh, wandering monster. What's it gonna be this time? A mummy. Just wandering out of nowhere, eh? Yep. Just been hiding behind the bookshelf. Doing some reading. Attack 3. Well, he misses, but unfortunately it's his turn again. One. Can I defend 1? Wow. That's a lot of 6s. Okay. Roll again. Alright, defended it. That could have been really bad. Ten. 1, 2, 3, that's the wrong character. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see what's out here. Dum dum dum. Bit of light reading. Let's see. The stone block 3 squares in front of you. There's no chasms, so put that out. That's the outer corridor. And on the inner, no chasms. Open pits 13 squares on the outside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, that's there. I think that was there. That's enough. And 15, plus 13, that's here. Alright. These become relevant if you get into combat. You can bottleneck. Well, you can bottleneck, but the monsters can stand right on them, so... There's a portcullis 6 squares in front of you. Portcullis is closed. Okay. Where's my... Oh. Alright. Let's go find my portcullis. Token. There. Paste it in. What? Is that showing SoLoDELVE? It's just gone there. What just happened? I never lost. Okay, I'm not sure what I've done. It's gone on to my... Sorry about that. Way to ruin the immersion. There it is, okay. So on my screen it was showing that I was still in the file section, and then I can't see what's happening on the stream. If whether the dungeon is visible or not. Okay. If I refresh, go to the folder. All of this for a portcullis. 6 squares in front of me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it's closed, so we're going to use this one. Okay. So I can attempt to open it by rolling any shield on one combat dice. If I roll a skull, it remains closed, and I have to roll for a wandering monster because of all the noise I've made. First, let's put these doors out. So I can see the door down there, but I can't necessarily get to it. Oh, hello. There's a spider. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, right in the corner here. So I'm going to add a spider. And that is on the outer, which is this side. Alright, well that's a lot of information, but now I have the whole corridor set up. Look how random it is. I've got pit traps, I've got an NPC, I've got a barricade. All sorts of stuff going on. Okay. Well, can't remember how much I rolled now. Oh yeah, a 10. Okay, so 1, 2. Oh. Really? I'm going to try my damnedest to find some way to add another layer to this program. So that doesn't keep happening. It's very annoying. To be fair, I don't think it's designed for piecemeal rooms to be added like that, and then all of this other stuff to be put on top. I think it's intended for fully flat maps that you then put tokens on, and tend not to do that. But let's see what's up this way. What's that? It's the north hall. No chasms. Stone block, 4 squares and 5 squares in front of you. Oops. 1, 2, 3, that's 4. Oh. And then 5 on the inner. I'm going to move that pin to there. Well, so move through these one at a time, and if my view gets blocked, then that's it. I don't put those things out. I'll have to come around the other side and do a new roll. Well, that's it really. There's a mummy 14 squares in front of me, which is somewhere over here. So just ignore that. Well, that's interesting. Looks like I have to go this way. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So on my next turn I'll try and lift this portcullis. Let's see. Well, come over here and shoot this mummy. That'll do it. Well, not always. Sometimes they do roll a whole bunch of sixes. It's incredible. Oh. Came close. Not close enough. To do an arrow like that, you just hold down both mouse buttons and you can put it where you like. Actually very handy when you have crossbow. Line of sight in Heroquest is from the center of your token to the center of the target, so it's also very good for that. And over here on the color palette, you can change your pointer, so if you have a dark map you can make it brighter. Also change your dice, which I usually have body white and the text black to match the combat dice for Heroquest. Yeah, I find light green is very good. Alright, well, now it's the elf's turn. Try not to do anything stupid, eh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. 6. Okay. Get rid of that. Add a new door. Like so, and then let's see what we can see here. So we're going to go to the corner roller for center. Let's have a look. No stone blocks. A has a door, so this is A, this is B, this is C, this is D, and this is E. And then if I turn the corner, it rotates, so this would be A, B, C, D, E, and so on. It's the easiest way I could work out how to do this section. So A has a door, yes. On the left, which is that way. B has a door, we already got that one. C is there. D has a door, no. E has one. Center. Now these rooms are interesting because they're 6 by 6, which are truly enormous, and all sorts of I made about a dozen new rooms which haven't been seen before. It should be interesting for combat and tactics. Alright, let's go there. Let's see what's down here. Stone block 5 squares to the right in front of you. That's the upper corridor, which is this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No stone block on the left, so I can get through. Oh, there's a portcullis. 5 squares in front of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, can't go here because there's a stone block. It's open, so it doesn't really matter anyway. Well, that's not true. It does matter tactically. I have no idea if it's going to matter or not. But in terms of the layout, I'll just ignore it. There's no monsters. I don't see any doors, so I'm going to search for secret doors. Oh, hello. Find a secret door in the wall. Southeast. Wait, that's the wrong one. This one. Search for secret doors in the corridor. Okay, no secret doors. Sorry, pointy ears, you miss out. Where's this spider? Oh, it's there. Well, I can see the barbarian, so I guess it's going to move up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And since it knows there's a trap, I guess it would go for the elf, because once you activate monsters, they search and destroy. Whether it's logically plausible if they could know the elf was there or not is irrelevant. Apparently they're controlled by Zargon, by mind control, so it automatically knows where the elf is. It can't get to the barbarian, so it's going to go this way. I did build in AI, but I'm not entirely sure if it's going to come in handy, so it's only come in handy once where there were monster came out of the room and there were two players either side, and I had to work out which one it was going to attack, so I used the AI. So it attacks the nearest player. It attacks the player with the lowest body points. So, but generally, since the search and destroy function overrules any AI, it's not needed. Maybe something I implement later, I'm not sure. Oh, it's questionable, isn't it? I think that's too questionable. It's just touching it. No, I'm going to let that go. I'm going to throw a web at the elf. Missed. Lucky day. The question is, can a crossbow shoot through a portcullis? That's something I'll have to answer at some later date. That's something I thought about. Alright, well, I'm going to leave that closed. I think tactically that's best, and start opening up all these doors and let things attack me from both sides. Seems like a bad idea. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dwarf. 3. That's a very low roll. Alright. Well, since the web can hit the elf, the arrow can hit the spider. One. Oh, what a shot. Very nice. Okay. The elf can still move. Oh, I already rolled for him. Was it a 7? I think it was a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Monsters, it's good. No stone blocks. So that's A, B, C. There's a metal door. D already has a door. E has 1, 2, We're just going to go middle. There we go. There's quite a lot of rooms and doors accessible on this map. Better search for traps so I don't wander into something. What are we? It's a single corridor. No traps. Good to know. Alright, Barbarian. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Oh, it hasn't searched in there. I think I'm going to search. Treasure. Oh, rope. Nice. Haven't got any of that, I don't think. Because I'm broke. Excellent. Alright, so this length of rope comes with 2 sturdy pinions that can be hammered into a rock wall to anchor it. It can be used to cross chasms measuring 8 by 8 or bypass pit traps. But it's also not removable. I should write that. Should add that while I mention this. Once placed, it cannot be removed. Okay. Good. Now take that off the. Take it off the search. Where is it? Here somewhere. Rope. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Was it? And traditionally, the wizard is the weakest body point wise character, but don't be fooled, he can hold his own. Especially if I ever improve his attack. But he has some badass new spells as well. Yeah. So 3, 4, 5. What can I see? Oh, it's a rat. Let's see. A has a door, already got it. B has a metal door on the right. C doesn't matter. D no, E no. Oh, but there is a rat 3 squares in front of me. Which is here. Let's see. Right between the eyes. Maybe a bit of a wonky shot through the fence. Oh, I got it. Gotcha. Okay. Where's my elf gone? It's down here. So it's around the corner. 2, 3. So we've got our south junction. No stone blocks. No portcullises. Second room, ignore that. Third room. There is a warg 4 squares in front of me. Oh no! Those things are vicious. To the right. For the purposes of left and right, it's always my right, i.e. map header. not the character. That would just get tricky. I mean, you could interpret it like that if you want to. Okay, well, let's try and ping him before he gets off. Well, it's a solid shot. Sounds like a golf commentator. 3 defense. Say 1. It's only got 1 body point. Phew. That last one tore strips off my barbarian. Okay. Well, there's only one major corridor left to explore, and that's this one here. So leave that for now. Actually, I'll search for traps along there. It's a double corridor. No traps. Okay. Barbarian. So my family will probably be getting up shortly, in which case I'll turn off the mic and we'll just have the ambient rain and dice roll. Stay where he is, the dwarf. 7, 2, 3. Alright, what can we see in the north junction? Well, technically, they're identical, so I could roll the same table. No stone blocks, no portcullises. Room 1 has a door locked. Oops. No doors. Oh, hello. There's a reacher. Well. Be interesting. So I can show you what a reacher looks like. Looks like that. Form of octopoid. Where is he? He is 5 squares in front of me to the right. Here. So one of the interesting things about this monster is if it was here and I had a character here, it would be able to reach around and attack diagonally, hence its name, which also makes it extraordinarily dangerous. Try and squeeze off a shot. It's not a good one, but it might wing him. 4 defense. Ah, killed it. Short-lived. I imagine a room full of those. You try and block the door and they just be like smacking you left and right. Which would be interesting if we were all lined up across each side. A war of attrition. Well, let's open this little room. Famous last words. Remember what happened to Pandora? Okay, nothing. Coffin in there. I'm not sure, but I think there might be vampires in Heroquest at some point. I only ever played the Witch Lord and Keller's Keep, and it was 30 odd years ago. So North Wall, we ignore that, ignore all of that. There's nothing in here really. So at some point maybe I will add vampires, I'm not sure. Or something else. I don't want too many monsters. Then it just becomes unwieldy and much less like Heroquest and more like something else. I want to retain that simplicity and spirit, but still challenge myself. Well, I'll go in here and I'll search. Why not? Get something out of this coffin. Oh, I got a monster. That's great. Giant rat. No, it does make sense. Oops. Two skulls. Oh, you little jerk. One. Oh, right at the last minute. But he gets another go. Another skull. Locked. Let's open this door. I like to live dangerously. I did design this crazy thing. Didn't design it not to open doors. 3x5 M. Oh, I see. Trapdoor, east wall, ignore, encounter 17. Oh, okay. What are you all doing in there? Square 7. 11 nearby and square 6. It's the fairest way to do it, isn't it? That way you can't you can't cheat. If you're low on body points, you can't put them all the way back here. You just have to play it as it lies. Damn, again I sound like a golf commentator. I never watch golf. What was I doing? I was looking for a door. Okay. Well, I guess the barbarian will stay where he is. What's my health on? 7. Yeah, I can weather that storm. Wizard for backup. 9. Wizard there. I can't open that door. Unless the dwarf has a key. I do. Don't know if I want to waste it. Was it there instead? I'll be right back. Conan. So, let's see what's up here. So we're at the north hallway. Just the bits that apply. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a block here. 10 squares in front of you. It's there. You see how I've got the grid, and now the thing I put in there will just snap to the size of the grid square. It's one of the cool things about the grid. No chasms. Just open pit 9 squares in front of me. Just here. So you can see immediately that forms an interesting obstacle. 27 squares. Nope. Portcullis. 14 squares in front. Can't go that way. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's 10. 9. Nope. No portcullis. We do have a door. That's room 4. Like so. No wandering monsters. Okay. Where was I? There? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't get back in one go, so I'll search for it. Where's this one? Long double corridor. Oh. No traps on the outer, but on the inner. 2 squares in front of me. Oh, right there. That would have been unfortunate. Make it a bit smaller. Okay. Where's my elf gone? Oh yeah, you're fighting a rat. Completely forgot. Attack 3. Defense 3. No 2, so killed the rat. Search for secret rooms, secret doors. None. Worth a shot. And now it's their turn. One skull. I can defend that. We'll start with this. Yep. Denied. Go there. interesting when they fill up the square completely, how much more threatening they look. When they were 80%, they looked a lot less intimidating. Okay. One. It's not best foot forward. Blocked. I think there was a move there and attack one. Misses. No surprise there. Dwarf. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna open this door like a mad fool, rushing into the arms of oblivion. Let's see. Oh, there is an encounter in here. Right. No trapdoor, no doors, just pain. Nothing but pain. Oh, okay. Another quad. Okay, I'm going to kill my mic now. Thank you for watching. I'll continue for the next half an hour or so.